Hello again. I'll pick up on Proverbs on this one. Chapter 11. Let's see how far we get. 11 is a longer one. Oh, not too long. No, it's 12. 11 and 12. For sure, I'm at 13. Let's see. The Lord detests dishonest scales. Accurate weights find favor with him. So he detests those who are dishonest in their business dealings, dishonest in dealing with others. When pride comes, then comes disgrace. But with humility comes wisdom. My God, Jesus always preached, be humble and meek. Integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. It all comes back on them. Think of that with Trump. I'm going with Trump. He'll never serve time. People like him will never serve time. That's all going to come back to bite him. Always going to come back to bite him. Sooner or later, everybody leaves this world. Everybody gets old. Everybody leaves this world. And what awaits you? There's no escape. And they can't buy their way out. They cannot finagle their way, cannot lie their way out of it. It's coming for them. Wealth is worthless in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. So, again, what I just said, can't buy their way out. Righteous believe in God, follow God. Righteousness of the blameless makes their path straight, but the wicked are brought down by their own wickedness, get caught up in their own snares and traps and webs. Righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the unfaithful are trapped by evil desires. Hopes placed in mortals die with them. All the promise of their power comes to nothing. Him is who you need to place your hope in. The righteous person is rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead. With their mouths, the godless destroy their neighbors, but through knowledge, the righteous escape. When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices. When the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy. Through the blessing of the upright, a city is exalted, but by the mouth of the wicked, it is destroyed. Whoever derides their neighbor has no sense, but the one who has understanding holds their tongue. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. So all these dictatorships, they don't last. They fall because they don't trust anybody but themselves. They can't run a country by themselves. Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer. But whoever refuses to shake hands in pledge is safe. Whoever puts up security for a stranger will surely suffer. Otherwise, they'll end up losing their security. But whoever refuses to shake hands in pledge is safe. In other words, make a pledge. Don't actually give the money. A stranger. This is security for a stranger. In other words, like bailing them out. A kind-hearted woman gains honor, but ruthless men gain only wealth. So again, don't be troubled by them getting richer and richer. I know it's frustrating and aggravating, but they're gaining nothing. This is sinking deeper and deeper into the quagmire. Those who are kind benefit themselves, but the cruel bring ruin on themselves. A wicked person earns deceptive wages, but the one who sows righteousness reaps a sure reward. Truly the righteous attain life, but whoever pursues evil finds death. Will not find heaven. The Lord detests those whose hearts are perverse, but he delights in those whose ways are blameless. Be sure of this, the wicked will not go unpunished. Trust me, they will go punished. Those who are righteous will go free. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. The desire of the righteous ends only in good, but the hope of the wicked only in wrath, God's wrath. One person gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty. So when you give out of the goodness of your heart, not with any expectation a recompense in any way, shape, or form. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. People curse the one who hoards grain, but they pray God's blessing on the one who is willing to sell. Whoever seeks good finds favor, but evil comes to one who searches for it. If you're looking for evil, you're going to find it. It's just waiting for you. Those who trust in their riches will fall, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf. So that's why I laugh at all these people. Just get wealthier and wealthier and seeking more and more desire. For what? Whoever brings ruin on their family will inherit only wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and the one who is wise saves lives. If the righteous receive their due on earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner will receive their due on earth? So just leave it all to God. I know it's frustrating, leave it all to God. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. What's the saying? I mean, we learn from failure. We make mistakes. We learn more. We learn faster. So if you love learning, when you make mistakes, then you love the discipline because you learn from that mistake that brings your attention to it. Good people obtain favor from the Lord, but he condemns those who devise wicked schemes. No one can be established through wickedness, but the righteous cannot be uprooted. No one can be established through wickedness, but the righteous cannot be uprooted. They're firm in God's grace. A wife of noble character is her husband's crown, but a disgraceful wife is like decay in his bones. And that's speaking of spouse, period. Plans of the righteous are just, but the advice of the wicked is deceitful. People follow it night and day. The words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the speech of the upright rescues them. Be careful who you follow. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous stands firm. A person is praised according to their prudence, and one with a warped mind is despised. Better to be a nobody and yet have a servant than to pretend to be somebody and have no food. Don't put on airs. The righteous care for the needs of their animals. The kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. We're supposed to be caretakers of the earth, all that is of the earth. Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. It's all about having fun, seeking pleasure in all its forms. The wicked desire the stronghold of the evildoers, but the root of the righteous endures. Evildoers are trapped by their sinful talk, and so the innocent escape trouble. In the fruit of the lips, people are filled with good things, and the work of their hands brings them reward. The way of fools seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice. Fools just like to hear themselves talk. Fools show their annoyance at once, but the prudent overlook an insult. An honest witness tells the truth, but a false witness tells lies. Words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts only a moment. Deceit is in the hearts of those who plot evil. Those who promote peace have joy. No harm overtakes the righteous, but the wicked have their fill of trouble. The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy. The prudent keep their knowledge to themselves, but a fool's heart blurts out folly. Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. Anxiety weighs down the heart. A kind word cheers it up. I think when you're anxious, it's nice to hear somebody help build you up and be there, even just to listen. The righteous choose their friends carefully, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. Lazy do not roast any game, but the diligent feed on the riches of the hunt. Lazy do not roast any game, but the diligent feed on the riches of the hunt. I'm just getting in mind, seek and you shall find. If you're not seeking, you won't find. In the way of righteousness there is life. Along that path is immorality. In the way of righteousness there is life. Along that path is immortality, not immorality, is immortality. So in the way of righteousness, which is the path that God's created for you, each of us, along that path is immortality. Along your own path you forge is great dangers. Chapter 13. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not respond to rebukes. They know it all. From the fruit of their lips people enjoy good things, but the unfaithful have an appetite for violence. Those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. And I've been as guilty as anybody, but speaking rashly. So it's again, I'm no different than anybody else in regards to being faulty and imperfect because of being human. A sluggard's appetite is never filled, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. That refers to contentedness. Those who are never content, constantly trying to fill that hole in their belly, in their heart, whether it's through bad relationships, partying, drugs, booze, sex, money, fame, power. They're never satisfied. They're like a black hole. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked make themselves a stench and bring shame on themselves. It's just a matter of time. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Again, it'll be a matter of time. One person pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. So all these pretending to be rich or striving to be rich, they have nothing. On a spiritual level, soul level, empty, nothing. A person's riches may ransom their life, but the poor cannot respond to threatening rebukes. What do they respond with? The light of the righteous shines brightly. The lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. In the end, yes. Where there is strife, and the lamp of the wicked, in other words, their light, darkness overpowers it. We're designed to have our inner light, that connection to God, that peace of God that is our soul, shine outward. And that light shines brightly on the righteous. And on the wicked, it's overwhelmed by the darkness, and it's snuffed out. Where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Never be too proud to take advice or take help. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is the tree of life. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Otherwise, if you give up hope, then you're just going down a slippery slope. But a longing or hope, a desire fulfilled is that tree of life, eternity. Whoever scorns instruction will pay for it, but whoever respects the command is rewarded. Teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. Good judgment wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful leads to their destruction. All who are prudent act with knowledge, but fools expose their folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. Whoever disregards discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. A longing fulfilled is sweet to the soul, but fools detest turning from evil. They just continue stumbling along the way, deaf, dumb, and blind. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. So, again, people hold you back from growing spiritually. Walk in the right direction, no matter who they are in your life. Cut them out. Rid yourself of them. Walk with the wise. Those of God, become wise. Grow in spirit. If they continue to keep those who are fools, deaf, dumb, and blind, you're going to suffer harm. You'll be dragged away from God, pulled off path, held backwards. Trouble pursues the sinner, but the righteous are rewarded with good things. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. It is taken from them. An unplowed field produces food for the poor, but injustice sweeps it away. Whoever spares the rod hates their children. The one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. He's not talking about jealousy. People nowadays, they don't want to discipline their children. Sometimes you got discipline. You got to give them a spanking, smack, the rod, hand, and it's, metaphorically speaking, we're responsible for teaching our children about God, about life, about relationships, about taking care of themselves. But people don't want to do that, and they don't want to discipline them all. And the kids just grow up, and it's too late. And get away with more and more and more. They end up being bad adults. Righteous eat to their heart's content, and then they stop. The stomach of the wicked goes hungry because it's never satisfied, never satiated. Word of the Lord, praise Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. So, pick up on number 14 is Proverbs. Again, they're just good guidance for life. Read these things every day. Read Psalms every day. Something, anything. And it will help you. Will help you. Don't let anybody drag you back. The darkness is going to continually, constantly, until you're in the light, you are in danger of being delayed, being stopped, prevented, knocked off course, taken off course, lured off course, lied to, deceived. Darkness has everything at its disposal to try to make that happen until you're safe in the light. So you constantly got to be on guard. They'll use things that you don't even think it's using through the TV, through the computer, through the radio, through media, any other kind of media, through people close to you. The chance of you listening or staying clear of somebody you don't like or somebody you know is an enemy, they know that. They try to control those who are weak in faith or weak in mind, spirit, manipulate you, to get at you, to lure you away, ever so subtly. Through media. You're watching this Netflix show. Man, I can feel about this female con artist, true story, whatever, I forget what it's called. It was just, the heaviness was oppressive. I had to rebuke and banish. I had to do Our Father. I had to read Psalm 91. I had to have it open. I put the Bible next to me in bed, open. And the TV stopped working. Netflix stopped working. Blocked it. Sent it away. Because you gotta be aware, cognizant. Trust these feelings, your intuition, your senses, your spiritual senses, in addition to your physical senses. And trust in it, and then heed those warnings. Somebody directly close to you, a loved one, says something or acts a certain way that's like not anywhere like they used to be, or they normally are, because they're so close to you. You let it affect you. So you gotta be cognizant of the subtleties of darkness, how it tries to get at you. Recognize that. So he said you have to ask for the discernment of darkness. addition to the discernment of God. You can tell what is Him and what is not Him. Stay safe. Peace of Christ. God bless.